I just don't know how to introduce myself anymore because I got laid off. Well, I'm Joyce CHUN. I am a content creator now.
How is day 3 of unemployment going?
Straight into the layoffs.
Yeah.
An Asian American, we all grow up hearing that our value is in success.
Longer.
Shoot, I'm crying.
Oh, it's okay.
Guys, layoffs suck.
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and we are back for another episode of BULGOGI Pod. Today we have another guest on. You guys might recognize her because she is the most recurring guest on this podcast. This is Joyce CHUN. But yeah, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Joyce. I was BULGOGI Pod's first guest appearance ever. Now I'm back.
She's
For
back.
our third episode.
Okay, nice. Introduce yourself as a content creator. Introduce yourself as a content creator.
Oh my God, this is what I want to talk about in today's episode. I just don't know how to introduce myself anymore because I got laid off. I used to always go I'm Joyce, I work at TikTok. Well, I'm Joyce CHUN. I am a content creator now. Wow. I go by Joyce CHUN Vlogs on socials. And I post videos about Korean stuff, Korean food, Korean culture, really just to share about it because I love my culture so much and just to educate everyone about what we do and what we are and what we eat.
Yeah.
In case they're not familiar.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Joyce got laid off, everyone.
Yep. We're jumping straight in.
Yeah. But yeah, Joyce and I have, next year it's going to be our 10-year friend anniversary.
Oh, shoot.
Isn't that crazy to think about? That's
a decade.
Dude, that's a small child. That's not even a baby.
No,
that's a full-grown child.
Almost a teenager.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's double digits. How are we feeling? How is day 3 of unemployment going?
This is how we're starting.
Yeah.
Straight into the layoffs.
Yeah.
No warm-up.
Zero warm-up.
How am I feeling? It's the weirdest feeling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, that was a dream. But then it's true.
Oh, shoot.
It's real.
Oh,
yeah.
shoot. Okay.
So that's how I feel.
Have you woken up panicked oh my God, I'm late for work, or oh my God, I have a meeting that I'm missing, or do you wake up and you're immediately oh shit,
I got laid off. I have no job. Yeah, the latter.
Okay, makes sense. Wait, and also how does laying off work? Is it effective immediately? I don't know how it goes.
I think everyone's experience is different. But for me, our CEO sent out an email at 10 p.m. on a Sunday.
Oh my God.
So that's when I found out. No, I found out at 1 a.m. because I was getting ready for bed and I was just looking at my calendar to see, what meetings I had tomorrow.
Right. She's prepared work girly.
Yeah. And then I saw the email and then I realized they're doing layoffs again.
Oh, shoot.
And then I realized I was one of them.
That's so terrifying.
Yeah. So I went to bed knowing I was getting laid off the next day.
Okay. Yeah. And when you initially saw the calendar invite, what was the feeling?
Honestly, I don't know if it was real. I was they must have made a mistake and accidentally sent it to me. Oh. Because, you hear about layoffs happening, but you don't think it'll actually happen to you.
Right.
So I really thought they made a mistake. And I was I kept refreshing to see if
they would remove it.
And then it never happened.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you wake up the next morning. The meeting isn't until the following day.
Yeah.
And so all of Monday, how are you? Are you reaching out to coworkers or people reaching out to you? What's going on? Yeah. What's the vibe, energy?
It's weird because you don't know who's been affected and who's safe, and you don't want to reach out to someone who's, I don't know, safe and be oh, are you okay? I don't know. It was weird. So I kind of stayed to myself, but then my coworkers or my team, they had sent a message and they're oh, it was so great working with everyone. And I was oh shoot, my colleagues got laid off too.
It was everyone, yeah.
Yeah, so I texted them. And we started talking. And we're still talking. We've been texting every day.
Oh, no. I feel like this is trauma bonding.
Yeah. We made our own support group.
Okay, cute. Okay, cute. Honestly, so you said it wasn't just you?
Yeah, like my entire team got laid off.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So
I
wasn't alone.
Okay, yeah, doesn't that make you feel better?
Yeah. Because like if it was just me, I would have taken it personally.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It would have been worse.
Because I have other friends who have been through layoffs and it was like just a select few of them. Mm-hmm. And I think, I mean, the only way that you can take it is personally.
Yeah.
You know, if it's...
But it's not.
Exactly.
Like, if you're going through a layoff, it's not personal. Like, it's really just for business.
Right.
But then it would feel personal.
Right.
But even I felt like it was personal.
Right. Like, did I not do this? Or should I have done more of this and all of that? Okay, that makes sense.
I think overall, I realized I had put so much worth, like self-worth into my career and my job and the company I worked for, like what my title was, how much I was making. And then 2, I was so confident in all of that because I learned how to be confident through my career.
Yeah.
That like never did I think I would be a part of a layoff and I'll be impacted by it because like I'm so confident. I know what I'm doing. Like I know, you know, the job and the work I'm doing is valuable for me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was just taken by surprise.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I think like it's very easy to like place identity and like self-worth in work. And so like, do you fall under that bucket of people who does do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost natural, I think, to be like that, especially when like, you know, the job market is so competitive, especially in tech, and like you land this really impressive role. Like you can't not feel
like I made it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like I'm at the company that everyone wants to be at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like people are like, oh, like, how did you get there? Like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, let me help you. And then I can't do that anymore. So it's like, 자존심 상해.
자존심 상해?
Yeah. Self-esteem.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. 'Cause I mean, like, I think over the years, right, I know you very well. I've seen how much more confident you've gotten through your work. And so I guess like, right, as you're kind of like grappling with the feelings, like when it comes to maybe not having that title or that company to like lean on, like how are you kind of like defining self-worth for yourself now?
I haven't even gotten there.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so fresh.
It's so fresh.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. I think like I've had so many highs and lows during the past like 3 days. Yeah. Oh my God.
I know it's only been 3 days. Wait, it feels like so much longer.
Oh shoot, I'm crying.
Oh, it's okay.
You guys, layoffs suck.
Oh.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I think like initially you're so numb to everything that's happened, and then everyone around you is telling you like, with good intent, they're telling you like everything will work out, this happened for a reason, this will be the best thing that's ever happened to you. But at the moment when you're going through it, it doesn't feel like it's the best thing that's happened.
Yeah, it sucks.
And then I think yesterday is when the first time I was like, oh shoot, like what is my, like who am I now? Because I used to be the girl like, oh, I'm Joyce, like the TikTok girl. Like I used to work at TikTok. And then like, oh, I'm Joyce, I work at this new company. Like everyone knows me. But then now like, how am I going to introduce myself? I don't know. Like who am I? So I think that's what I've been going through.
That's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do think like, I don't know, like anything, there's always like an emotional, like grieving period essentially. But I think I like heard something recently like that grieving just like shows that you like cared about something deeply. And like just like taking the time to like make sure that you like honor like everything that you were able to do and were able to accomplish like during your time there is important. But also like, dude, yeah, cry. Like getting laid off sucks. Also, I think it like high-key sucks when people are like, and I know I did this too, but when people are like, everything happens for a reason, I'm like, I fucking hate you.
Let me tell you. If any of your friends are going through a layoff, all of you too, do not say sending you good vibes. I've received like a couple of those messages and it's like, it's the worst. It's like a slap on the face.
Right. It's like, that was literally like, you just needed to not, like,
I don't need good vibes. I need a job.
I need a job. In terms of like how you're processing your emotions, like when you do, like when you are on the lower end, like how are you going about like processing? Have you been like journaling, talking? Have you just been like kind of crying, keeping it in? Like how are you processing your emotions over all this?
Crying, yes.
Great.
Oh my gosh, I was crying yesterday in our living room.
Where are you?
Just like silently. You were in your room.
You're always silently crying, dude.
Am I?
I feel like you silently cry.
That's how I process.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I haven't journaled.
Okay.
It's hard to do things. Like my room is such a mess. Like I have no motivation to clean it. I have no motivation to do chores or things I need to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's been 3 days.
It's been 3 days.
Yeah, it's not been long at all. And so I guess like in terms of like identity and all of that, I think for me too, like career is something that like I very much prioritize, and like I think it impacts my confidence a lot. Like it's funny, like I'll tell you and I'll tell our other roommate Allie how like when I'm not working, it like kind of bleeds into everything. Or like if I'm not like proud of what I'm doing, it kind of bleeds into everything. And I think a lot of that has to do with being Asian American. Like I'm sure it impacts everyone. Like honestly, I think it impacts dudes a lot. Yeah. I think it impacts Asian Americans a lot, but I think it just impacts like people who are a part of a society. And so like do you think like you've like always grown up like putting a lot of like value and potentially like self-worth in like school and career and all of that? Or like was there like maybe a pivot point where like it did become that?
I think there was a pivot. So I grew up with my parents telling me like, oh, your self-worth is like in God, in your faith, like all of that.
Yeah.
But then I think because like I am the first child and like my parents moved back to Korea, my sister is here, like I felt this pressure and burden to have to be successful and start taking care of my family. Like my mom would jokingly be like, oh, like you need to start sending me allowance. Or like my sister, before she had her job, like I felt like I would have to support her and like financially. And so I think that's when a lot of my value and how I define success became having a really good job or being like super successful and noteworthy and, you know, recognized for my skills. And so I think that's when the pivot happened. But I do think like as an Asian American, like we all grow up hearing that our value is in success and like how successful you are. So it's been ingrained.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I do think like when I kind of like look at maybe the differences between us, I do think that like you, out of all my friends, maybe you and my sister both value stability quite a lot, whereas like I'm okay being a little bit more unstable. And like that's not even in like I don't think that either one is bad. It's literally just like we're different in that way. And so it makes sense because like you do have like a lot of weight on your shoulders, like honestly because of like your familial situation. And like I'm sure like even like comments like from your mom like that, like even as a joke, it's like, oh my God, are you being serious? And then also, yeah, like when I like look at my younger sister, like I'm like glad that like she can support herself. But at the same time, it's like, I know like you and your sister's relationship, like you guys are so close and like you care about her well-being. And it's almost like I want to be able to like spoil you and like gift you with things and like go out to eat at nice restaurants and all of that, simply because like I like care for you more, or even more like a friend than a sibling. And so I can like totally understand like kind of like the demands that the world like has for you.
I think like one of my love languages is gifts and giving gifts. And the first thing that Amy told me when my sister told me when I told her I got laid off was, you don't need to get me a Christmas gift.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, that's so sweet. Like,
That's
you're
really nice.
trying to think about my financial situation.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. So funny.
But yeah, that was the first thing that I did. After I went through the emotions at 1 a.m. of being sad and ashamed and then crying it out, the next emotion that I felt was anxiety, because I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to support myself? How am I going to pay my bills without having a stable income? And so that night I went into all my monthly subscriptions and canceled them. Because I was like, I can't afford to pay all this every month. And so I canceled everything.
Okay, it's okay. You can hop on all of my accounts. Just let me know what you need. But yeah, no, I think even that, my mind wouldn't have gone there. But I'm glad yours did, because that's very practical.
Yeah.
And so being that you do run more anxious and you are more of a planner type, how have you thought about next steps moving forward or anything like that, or does that even give you anxiety that I'm asking?
No, I love that you're asking, because that's how I function. I started creating a to-do list.
Okay.
Errands that I need to do, budgeting stuff I have to do. That's just how I am. Yeah. Such a Virgo, or a type A.
Yeah. No, you are a Virgo. You're literally a Virgo.
I updated my resume the day I got laid off.
Oh, okay. She's 1 a.m. in bed.
So I'm ready to send it out to people. I started looking at LinkedIn for roles that I can apply to. Yeah, but right now I think I'm trying to take it as a sign. Here's another thing that I think some people may relate to if you got laid off is people tell you that now is the best time to rest or pursue your passions or do what you weren't able to do because you're working. And I want to do that so badly, but it's hard to make that jump. Yeah. And it's so true when people say oh, I became a full-time small business owner, or I started my own company. Just make the jump, just do it. It's hard. It's so hard. It takes a lot of faith to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that because I think all of my friends and family have been encouraging me to just try this content creation thing out. Yeah. Because I make videos for fun.
Wait, guys, I literally, and I'm not just saying this because we're friends and we live together and I literally see you film the content, but I will watch Joyce's videos late at night and I'm shit, craving another thing. Let me go to Korean market tomorrow. Let me, yeah. And so So as a next step, I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Let's go.
For the next month or two.
Let's go.
And see where it lands me.
No, yeah. Because I think betting on yourself is the scariest thing.
Yeah.
But then it's funny because literally earlier this morning I was doing 2023 reflections. You guys, I got a freaking planner. If you guys know me, I don't plan, but I got a planner. And so I was doing 2023 reflections, and my biggest takeaway from this year was just do things scared. And so I was wow, it's okay. Being scared is literally just a feeling. It's gonna pass, but the fact that you're not letting a feeling dictate your actions, I think is one of the biggest steps. Yeah. It's oh my God, I don't need to follow what my brain is saying. I can just do what I want. And so I'm so excited for you as a friend, just be able to see you just do this wholeheartedly. Not that you haven't been, but now you can do things in the daytime.
I can dedicate time to it. Be careful what you wish for, because because in the past I've jokingly been I'll only pursue content creation full time if I'm forced to, if I'm laid off.
Oh my gosh.
I said it as a joke,
right?
And then months
God
later
said,
it happened.
Yeah, it's not a joke to me. I think we should start some drama between us.
I think we should.
I think so too, right?
JOYCE CHUN vlogs and BULGOGI podcast drama.
That's gonna be the TikTok search bar. And then also, I guess just a personal question, how can the people around you, your loved one, loved ones support you at this time? Because I think, like, right, my natural instinct is to be like, everything happens for a reason. Like, it's okay, it'll be fine, everything works out. But, like, yeah, how do you want to be supported?
Yeah. Well, I do think everyone has been so incredible so far. I think there are two parts, like the emotional aspect of it and practical support. So emotionally, I think just like listening to me when I'm just venting about what happened.
Yeah.
But then also, like, I don't know, just giving me words of affirmation. I think the number one thing or one of the things that was highly affected is my confidence. I haven't really spoken to anyone about this, but I think I lost a lot of confidence after like the layoffs happened. And it has to do with like my identity and how much worth I put into my career. But it's also because like when I go out to social events or meet people, it's always like, oh yeah, like I work at this place, and everyone's like, oh, like how is that? Like I lost that. And I lost a lot of my confidence with it. So, and I feel it like when I'm filming videos or I'm editing, like I lost the creativity. I don't have much energy anymore. So just words of affirmation to help me with that. And then for practical stuff, just like not getting annoyed when I'm filming everything that we're doing.
Oh my gosh, no, literally I'm here for it. It's so funny now because like I feel like everyone around me is pursuing content. So I'm like, camera, like what comments am I gonna make in different videos? So yeah, it's good practice. But I mean, speaking of that, and like this, I feel like this is gonna be a brainstorm session between us.
Okay.
Like how do you go about building confidence? Like, I don't I feel like I've done episodes on this, but like when I really think I'm like, I don't fucking understand how to build confidence. You know?
I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask right now.
She's at her lowest confidence-wise, and I'm like, how do we build confidence? Yeah, like how, like I'm just like curious, like, right? We attach like so much of our worth to like external things. And obviously this layoff and like the circumstances of the world teach us that like nothing is guaranteed. And so you literally can't depend on that for vital things like confidence, right? Because like, I don't know, even this podcast has given me lots of confidence. If this like it didn't happen one day, like I feel like I would be like, oh my God, how do I introduce myself? How do I do all that? So I'm trying to figure out like how to go about building confidence without like a title. How do we do that?
Is it wrong or is it bad to tie our confidence to something? Like,
Ooh.
Like we've been working out a lot.
We have.
And then like our progress, doesn't that give you confidence? Is it bad that we're putting part of our confidence in?
You know what? I don't think it is, huh? Because even, you know what you said to me one time? We were talking about friendships. This was like literally after dinner, like maybe a couple weeks ago. And you were saying like, I'm confident in the actions that I've taken in developing my friendships. And so it's almost like confidence in discipline, right? Like you can tie that to working out. You can tie that to, maybe now it can be like confidence in the fact that like you're consistent about pushing out videos. Because even with the podcast, right, we used to take season breaks, but now that like it's a weekly thing, though I'll take a week off here and there. Now that it's a weekly thing, I'm confident in that like I will always get an episode out.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's like, yeah, maybe it is like okay to like base our confidence in like our work.
So.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's like a product of our efforts and passion, like the passion we're putting into things that we want to pursue.
Right. Huh.
Like people, like everyone says you need to be confident in yourself and like find confidence within yourself. But I want to know how to find that. I just don't know how yet.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's all of that. It's like the work that we're putting into, like the work that we're doing for ourselves, whether it's working out, whether it's pushing out videos, whether it's journaling or making new friends or building stronger relationships with people. I think that's where our confidence can come from.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be from jobs.
It really doesn't. Because to be honest, like your work ethic and like your consistency and like just like your effort has not changed. It's just being placed into a different thing. You know? Yeah.
So instead of like putting my confidence in what I was doing all the effort for, I should be confident in the effort itself.
Yeah.
Or like who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess we kind of found the answer.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Because like even when I think about like all the reasons why like you as a human are like valuable and the traits that I like about you, like yes, of course, like hard work and like your work ethic is in there, but like it's not that. It's literally like who you are as a human being and like how caring you are and like all the internal stuff that like maybe just like came with you and like you didn't have to like try for, you know? It's almost like it's effortless. Like the reasons why you're valuable to me.
Aww.
You know? And like maybe to literally your boss and your manager who like whose livelihoods depend on like you being hardworking, of course they're gonna like compliment that stuff because like it directly benefits them. But at the end of the day, like all that stuff like potentially can go away.
Yeah.
And so yeah. Okay, building confidence. I have another question. Like when I think about you in a work setting, like you're literally like go-getter, type A, like will go above and beyond. And so how have you like built that like trust in yourself? Like how are you able to like know that you'll like complete tasks at X level? Because I think a part of our conversation that I'm just realizing is like a lot of maybe my confidence in my work has been lost because it's almost like I don't trust myself. Like, because like maybe I won't do things I say I'm gonna do, or like I just like don't complete tasks and I'll like push it back. And so like, how do you like, do you feel like you trust yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
It's hard. Like at work, I know I will execute and finish things from start to end because I'm like, my life depends on it. Like I'm getting paid by this place. Like I need to make sure I'm producing work that they ask me to do.
Right.
And then like we have like reviews, you know, where people review me. I want to make sure I'm getting good reviews. But then when it comes to my personal life, it's hard because no one is reviewing me. No one is paying me to do things that I want to do. Like it's all yourself. And so there are a lot of days when I push back things that I should be doing just because I'm lazy or I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it. But it's all like willpower, and like you kind of have to like train that muscle. I think.
Okay.
To be able to do what you say you're gonna do. Yeah, because I don't want to, I think the worst feeling is feeling unproductive or feeling like I have failed myself. And I don't want that feeling, because the next day when I don't do anything and I wake up, I feel bad. I'm like, oh, I didn't do that yesterday. I had so much time. And then you get busy like, with other stuff and you never get to it. So
right.
I'm like, let's just do it so that I don't have to worry about it.
Honestly, that's something like great about you. You just do things.
Yeah,
you're literally okay, right? I brought up dreamers versus executors. I genuinely think Joyce is one of the few examples in my life who does both. Like I literally am like, okay, you always have a vision, or I don't know about always, but like a lot of times you have a vision and you'll execute on it. And I think you're good about making practical steps, you know?
Yeah.
Where where you're like, oh, if I want to get to X conclusion, you just have to do ABC?
I will say it's fueled by like, me just wanting to get it over with. I'm like, let me just do it. And then it's also fueled by like, oh, how good would I feel if I do it? And like, if it's a video, like the video does well. Let me just like think about what I'm trying to achieve here. Or if I need to make a return, it's like, I'm going to finally see that refund in my bank account.
And
let me just do it.
Yeah.
So it's fueled by the end goal, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get it over with. Because I will say, like, I think I have boyfriend syndrome. I don't know if you understand.
What's that?
I just made it up. Boyfriend syndrome. It's like, oh, can you take out the trash? It's like, yeah, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Like, I am that. But you are always the one going, can you take out the trash? Because, like, you're like, you want to get it over with.
And then I end up doing it.
Yeah.
Because my boyfriend doesn't do it.
Literally me as on trash day on Sunday. Just like, can we do trash? I'm like, yeah, later. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Just do it.
Okay.
Like, what else are you going to spend time on?
Right.
Scrolling through TikTok?
Yeah.
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 It takes up so much of your time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Also, do you always think about potential outcome when you are like doing tasks? Like,
oh, yeah, always.
Really?
That's how my brain is wired. That's the only way I'll do things.
Holy I should write that down.
So it's also like there are pros and cons to it. I think the pro is I get things done and I'm like goal focused.
Right.
But then the con is I do miss out on the now, like the present.
Okay.
Because I'm only thinking about the future.
Right. And so like, let's say you're like, oh, I have to edit this video. Let me edit it so that maybe when it goes out, it does really, really well. Let's say that video doesn't do well. How do you cope with those emotions? Because I'm sure you get disappointed. Yeah. Occasionally.
I get disappointed. It's discouraging. But then you just got to move on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remind myself, like, this isn't the reason why I'm making videos. Like, I started making videos because I just wanted to share about, like, our Korean culture, the food that we eat, and just educate people on what Koreans are, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing this for the views. And it's fine. If it doesn't resonate with your audience, it's okay.
Right. No, for sure. I also think that, like, your take on, like, expressing our Korean culture, it feels like just like familiar. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about.
Yeah, like the nostalgia.
Like moo.
Yeah.
Mook. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about acorn jelly. Like, what the heck? Or like even like some of the things you've put me on, I'm like, oh, I literally have never experienced that in my life. And so, yeah, I like that take.
It's hard, like, shutting that part of my brain off, though.
The analytical,
like when I'm or like thinking about the results in the future and like everything I have to do. Because like when I'm hanging out with my friends or I'm going on a date with my boyfriend, I always think about like, oh shoot, like I have to do this tonight. I have to edit this video. I have to like take out the trash. I have to, feed my dog or brush my dog. Like I'm always thinking about things I need to do. So it kind of sucks.
Oh my gosh, are you always my brain is off. I literally shut that part of me off. But yeah, I like took a walk with Diane today and was literally saying, like, as I bought my yearly planner, like, oh, I'm going to be more like Joyce in the next year. And so I'm like very much like looking forward to like having a plan. And like also somebody on TikTok was saying like, oh, I know I can like get to my goal. I just have to execute on everything I write down. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's kind of easy if you just like execute and like have it written down. And like even today I was like, oh, all the little check marks like make me happy. Yeah. And so I definitely like feel inspired by you. And like, yeah, I think I'm so excited for this like new chapter.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I know like transitionally it's going to be quite tough. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I'll do my best to, like, support you. So, yeah, I'm here for you. Let's go getting laid off. I can't believe you got laid off.
Still sore.
Bro, the way, okay, guys, let me set the scene for you.
Oh my gosh.
I come back from my trip. I'm exhausted. Like, I literally have a canker sore on my lip because I was like, I'm so tired. So I came back and like, I barely got a hi from Allie and Joyce. It was like, hi. And I like just like go sit on the couch and I'm fucking on TikTok because I like don't want to think about anything. And literally 20 minutes goes by. And then all of a sudden Joyce, Hannah, I got laid off. And I was like, what the fuck? And then Allie goes, yeah, that's why the mood is so somber right now. And I was like, what? And so it was crazy. It was crazy how that.
Yeah. I don't know when to bring it up.
Wait, no, but thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me when you did, because I was like, I wonder what's going on. I think everyone's a little tired today.
I was going to not tell Hannah.
Bruh.
Until like she saw it on my story or something.
Oh my gosh. That's literally evil, dude. But yeah, I also, even the way that like on your story, you had posted like, hey guys, I got laid off. If you have any experience with it, I think that, and like asking your like close ones for like help if they've gone through it, I think that is so invaluable.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do from here?
Yeah. And so I guess let's combine your experience thus far with maybe like the pieces of advice that you've gotten from your friends. What would you say to someone if they got laid off?
I think I would tell them like, this is so sucky, but a good reminder is like, this is not about yourself. Like, don't let this ruin your confidence, because that's what happened to me. And then I would try to give them like practical advice if they want it, because that's what I found most helpful from people is when they told me like, you know, after you give yourself time, after you rest, like think about this, do this, like look out for this. And that was really helpful.
I see. And like, are those like potential job opportunities?
It's job opportunities. It's like when I asked for advice about content creation, it was like, oh, like start looking at Facebook and Snapchat, because like that's, you know, where smaller creators can get like more money, like stuff like that, like very practical advice. Yeah, because you're gonna get a lot of like, people are gonna send you a lot of, you know, like thinking about you, you know, here for you if you need, like reach out to me if you need. But it takes so much energy for the person that was just laid off to reach out to you.
Yeah,
like just give them, just offer them.
Right, they'll take it if they want it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to support Joyce on her content creation journey, please do so. She's literally at Joyce on TikTok. She has at Joyce. Guys, I never told you guys this, but I literally had the opportunity to get at Hannah on TikTok, and I'm dumb.
Oh yeah, Hannah said no.
Yeah, I said no because I wanted everything to be the same. But anyways, so support her on TikTok. Support her on IG and YouTube, Joyce Chun Vlogs. That's JOYCE CHUN Vlogs with a V. Yep.
VLOGS.
VLOGS. And then are you gonna start what? Snapchatting?
No. Let's stick with TikTok.
Okay, great.
YouTube and Instagram.
Okay, great. Yeah, so look out for her there. Please support her. And let us know if any of her videos make you crave anything or make you make anything.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll work through the confidence stuff together.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hannah and I never talk like this at home.
We don't. We never do. It's similar. No, it's a similar.
Yeah.
It's more casual.
Yeah.
You guys know what's up.
This is nice.
Yeah, and if you guys want to support Bulgogi Podcast, support Bulgogi Podcast by subscribing on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, Instagram. I think that's it. Also, you guys can follow me on like my personal stuff because I think I'm fun. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today. I will see you next week. Bye.